Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the No Shot Sports Podcast. It's been a minute. We're not going to talk about that. It's been a minute. We've all had our things. Uh, Danny, how you doing?
I'm good, man. There's no excuse for how long it's been, but
No, there really isn't.
but we are back, and that's all that matters.
Excuse.
Shut up, Rob. We see your name. We see your name.
Yeah.
Rob, how's your knee doing?
It's actually doing really well.
That's good. Tell the viewers what happened to your knee.
Right.
All right, so playing basketball, I got Zaza Pachulia'd, basically. Landed on my knee, came back in, landed on it again, went down, and I tore my ACL, lateral meniscus, medial meniscus, and my LCL.
That's just really
And I can't
Painful.
walk. Yeah, it is.
That's just really tough, to be honest.
Danny, it's your fault because you weren't there. So Mike was coaching.
I
so
literally
Mike
was
let me
there.
go back in.
No, I literally was there. I remember it happening.
Wait. Fuck, were you? Wait.
Yeah, I was.
You were there, you fucker. So it is your fault.
It is my fault. No, because
Yeah.
I remember I was so upset when you got off the court and I was like, I came over to you. I'm like, Rob, you good? You're like, yeah. I think it's just a cramp. And then I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. And then you go back on the court and you just start limping off. And the ball came towards you because somebody passed it to you and you just let it go out of bounds. I'm like, Rob, what are you doing? And
Wow,
then,
Dan, you let him go back out there with that injury?
That's what I'm saying. The
Worst
needs to know
coach
better
of
than
the
players.
year.
bro, he said he had a
Coach
cramp.
needs to know better than the players.
Nah, that's too bad. That's why I'm going to be a player next year.
Are you now?
Yeah, because I don't know
Alright,
if
so
we're going to have
who's-
the same team.
All right, well, I am gonna be back. I promise that I'll be back.
Dude,
Yes, because
you
I'm-
destroyed your knee. You're lucky if you'll be able to like run in a year.
I'm already on path to beat my recovery by 2 months
That's actually crazy.
because I can do things right. I can lift it, bend it 90 degrees, right? And I'm not supposed to be able to do that until week 6 about.
That's actually really nice.
So I can do a new high intensity therapy session that will speed up my recovery.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
So wait, really quickly, how long did you have to wait before you were able to bend it again?
Well, I got surgery.
Right.
It was about a month after that, and I couldn't bend it at all for the first week. I couldn't move it. For
Not
week
being
one,
able to bend your knee, because that's what I dealt with when I dislocated my kneecap.
Yeah.
Was I had to keep it straight. I couldn't bend it at all, and it was, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's like too bad, but when you actually have the brace on and like you need to, like, you want to move it for whatever reason and you just can't because you're afraid that
I
it's
know.
gonna
People don't
slip
realize
back
it.
out.
Yeah. So I can't weight bear either. So that means I have crutches and a walker. I can't walk for 4 weeks. For 4 more
Right.
weeks, I have to be on something.
I
But-
shouldn't be laughing, but like the
I know,
walker is
I-
just really funny. The
I
walker
know.
is just really funny. You look like a
No,
grandma.
It's because when
It's got the tennis balls on the bottom.
If I sit right, it does. If I have to sit down, right?
Yeah.
I need it so I can put my weight like on my arms on that when I go down.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
I feel like I was the only one, even including you, that when you told us about your injury, took it serious.
I didn't even take it. When I got hurt, I didn't think it was nearly this bad.
No. When you
I didn't
told
think it was
us
this bad at all.
when you told us that you were getting like an MRI, and then you told us that like you tore your ACL and everything, I was like, damn. And I took it serious. I was like, does nobody else understand how serious this is? Like, this is
No,
tough.
they didn't. It's
No,
just like,
because they just made fun of you, and I'm like,
no,
it's,
they're
it's
just like,
funny,
ACL,
but like,
boy, ACL, like, shut the fuck
but besides your
No.
knee, how you doing, bro?
up. I'm doing all right. As good as I can do. You know what I mean?
That's good. All right, so let's get into what we're here to talk about.
Yeah.
Week
that's
1
enough about my
NFL
knee.
predictions.
It is back,
All right.
baby.
It
Football
is
back.
back. It feels so good.
That's nice. It's so nice. So what we decided to do, Matt can't be with us for however reason. He honestly just
We know
didn't-
why. We all know why.
He just didn't answer his phone. So
We know
we're
why.
kind of assuming. But everybody on the podcast is going to do predictions for every week. And at the end of the year, this is what Studer did last year. I pointed to him like everybody's box is in the same area. Like, no. But Studer did it last year. He actually had a pretty solid record.
I'm
By
trying to
guessing
see
who
if
won.
I can pull up the folder really quickly.
Yeah, because I remember he was telling me about it, and
My haircut.
he actually did really good. So I figured it'd be cool for everybody on the podcast to do who we think's gonna win every week. but we're only gonna do it on a week-to-week basis. So like we're not gonna predict like week 17 now. That'd be dumb. But we're gonna go through every game, talk about it a little bit.
Give me a minute. I'll be right back. I'll be here. My camera's on.
That's fine. That's all good. You got knee stuff to do.
My overall record last year was 179, 88, and 1.
That's really good.
That's one game was, I want to say, if I recall correctly, I think it was week 4, Giants Bengals. Oh, I'm sorry, Eagles Bengals. Not Giants, Eagles Bengals, because that was.
Gotta Google it. It was a tie. Yeah.
It was a tie. I don't know why I thought it was the Bengals, because wasn't it a thing where like the last 4 first overall picks, not obviously not including Trevor Lawrence, but the last 4 first overall picks tied a game before they actually won a game?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, because it was who was it? Kyler Murray did it. Baker Mayfield did it. His teammate, why am I blanking on his name right now? That was the first overall pick the year before Baker.
Garrett.
Beats me. It was
Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett. I just said
that.
So
I heard you, Rob. So yeah, it was Garrett, and it was Garrett and Mayfield did it together. Then Kyler Murray did it.
It was, you had the teams right. It was week 3, Bengals, Eagles.
Week 3. All right, and I was 1 week off too.
Imagine getting the week wrong. Imagine.
Couldn't be me. Could not be me.
Imagine not being perfect.
Imagine.
So before we actually get into this week's predictions, or I guess I should say this technically is within this week's predictions, we all had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beating the Dallas Cowboys in week, Thursday night football. But we got to talk about something.
Mm-hmm.
They gave the Cowboys gave Brady like a minute and 40 seconds, and a half to work with. I think we all knew. I think we all knew that there was no way that Tampa Bay was losing that game.
No, you give Tom Brady that much time with that much weapons, and Antonio Brown playing like that.
They have 3 number 1 receivers right now. They do.
Yeah, exactly. It's insane. You can't give. I'm known to be a Tom Brady hater. I hate Tom Brady
and Brown.
I mean, yeah, but I'm a Steelers fan. Of course, I don't like Antonio Brown.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's fair.
For those who don't know, Danny actually boycotted last year's Super Bowl due to Le'Veon Bell being on the Chiefs and Antonio Brown being on the Buccaneers.
Yeah, that's why I was rooting for the Chiefs. Le'Veon Bell at least left the Steelers for money when he took less money to go to the Jets, but Antonio Brown left because he's a psychopath. But besides the point, I can respect greatness when greatness deserves to be respected. And Tom Brady and Antonio Brown deserve their respect among the sport. Tom Brady's probably the greatest player of all time.
What? Hold up. What?
Tom Brady's the greatest player of all time.
There we go. Better.
Yeah, I mean, 6 Super Bowl wins. That's crazy.
I mean, watching him go down the field in that final minute was like watching a master at work. It really was.
It's nuts.
Too bad he couldn't do that against Eli Manning though, when it really mattered.
This is what.
So we got to talk about. We got to talk about a certain play. We got to talk about. We got to talk about Chris Godwin.
I don't think it was a PI. I don't think it was a PI.
I don't think it was either. I think the refs made a right call. I think that they made a call for. I think they made the right decision by making no call for 2 reasons. I think the guy from Dallas tried to sell it a little bit too much. Or it's very possible that from turning around, he just was off balance and he fell. And the refs might have noticed that. Because the arm movement that Godwin does, that's not a push off. That's just an extension of an arm. There's no way that him just doing this is going to push, a defender off of him. Not an NFL defender.
No, I agree. I think that, like you said, the Cowboys player embellished it, trying to get the call, trying to save the game. Didn't happen. If
this were hockey, he'd be getting 2 minutes for embellishment.
Nobody watches hockey, studio. I'm sorry.
Ouch.
All right, Rob, what do you think about it?
I don't know if it was a pass interference or not, but I do agree that it should not have been called. In that situation, it's that, tough of a call to make. I just think that, especially in a game like football, just let him play.
You gotta let the boys play.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
what I agree on.
You can review that play in slow motion so many times, but to be an NFL referee making that call in
Like
live
in real
action,
time, it's not.
in real
easy.
time.
It's just tough.
But we know we're gonna hear about it though. Like,
oh yeah, 100%. But if it's a tough call like that in that close to the game, you just got to,
sure.
in my opinion, you just got to let them play. You
Right.
got to let everybody play unless it's like a blatant call or something like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, but we all did have the Bucks winning, so we're all technically 1-0 right
We're
now.
all 1-0. We're all to a good
I
start.
do
this
want to give the
season.
Cowboys credit though. Cowboys have been amazing, especially
The
Dak
Cowboys
Prescott.
did a lot better than I would have thought that they would have. I wouldn't.
Wait,
Prescott's
They
amazing.
did a lot
He's
better.
he's fantastic.
Who?
Dak Prescott is fantastic.
Dak Prescott could definitely be like a top 5 quarterback this year.
And
the defense
Cooper,
looks pretty good
Amari
too.
Cooper. It looks much better. Looks much better than it did.
I have Amari Cooper in fantasy.
And you traded him in the other week.
Shut up. Don't want to talk about that. I didn't trade him. I traded the pick for him.
Yeah, I still think you won the deal, but
Of course I did. I got the first overall pick in my other fantasy draft. I don't want
I'm going to
Christian
look at our
McCaffrey.
team.
I
Should
didn't
we
want
read our
Christian McCaffrey.
teams?
Nah, not yet. We'll do that maybe
Did you
after.
trade away their first overall pick in that
I
one?
did. I
He
traded
does
my
it
first.
he does it every league.
That's why
He's done
I
it
have
twice.
McCaffrey on my fantasy team.
I don't like having the first pick. I just don't
He
like
did
the
trade
I don't
it
previous
either.
twice
team.
in
I
both
don't like
leagues.
it.
I did. I traded every time I got the first pick. I trade it. I don't like it. I get more
I don't
out
feel
of
like
it.
having to wait
but-
19 picks before my next pick. I don't
Exactly.
care about the back
But-
to back. It's not worth it to me.
I didn't trade my draft position. I traded my first round pick and my 5th round pick for somebody's 1st and 2nd round pick, and they had the 6th pick. So I got Austin Eckler and Antonio Gibson out of it, and I traded McCaffrey and what ended up to be Amari Cooper.
Actually, despite having the first overall pick, I came one pick away from getting both Christian McCaffrey and Saquon Barkley. That would have been really
No
nice.
way.
But the
Saquon
the
fell
guy
that
right
low.
before me took Saquon.
That's weird because Saquon's typically a 1st round pick. I don't think he should be a 1st round pick this year with all the questions that's coming out, but
I mean, he's cleared for today.
he is cleared for today. But he still doesn't have an O line.
Yes, my brother.
Still does not have an O line.
I don't know. I
My
mean,
ACL brother.
Stop.
now that I don't know, this Giants O line has,
It's
I guess
bad.
it's
awful.
it's a little on the younger side. While at the same time, I guess they need some time to work together, and they've gotten that over the last 2-3 seasons. As long as Andrew Thomas can really hold his ground, I think that the Giants O line could be a lot better this season.
he was okay the last couple weeks, but the first 11 weeks,
He had a very rough start to
he
the
was
year last year.
historically bad the first
Right.
11. He was one of the worst offensive linemen, starting out
But he was a rookie, so I'll cut him some slack.
man,
Between-
I'm still mad because I
Uh.
wanted Wirfs. I wanted Wirfs at that pick. I'm mad we didn't take him. But
You know what? All right, you know what? I'm gonna take some of that slack back because he was what? I forget what overall he was.
Andrew
4.
Thomas?
4. He was 4. Yeah. Okay.
When
If you're the 4th
Wirfs
overall
is an
pick in the
all-pro.
draft, you should be able to know how to be a proper O lineman in the NFL. So
And
I take
yeah.
back my statement of cutting him slack.
Wirfs
Good.
was an All-Pro.
That's true.
I'm mad. I wanted Wirfs at the time. I was mad when we took Thomas, and
Thomas
Yeah.
was at during the first half of the season probably the worst offensive tackle out of that draft, including the ones that didn't play.
dude, by I saw a metric, right? I think it was PFS. He was the worst tackle in NFL history.
That's
Only
how,
the New York Giants
that's
with
how
an O line like that.
the Andrew Thomas to the Giants is how Marquise Pouncey to the Steelers was last year. Last year,
But no, he was solid the last couple weeks. He actually played well.
oh, Thomas. Okay, I thought you were talking about Pouncey. But no, Thomas, the last couple of weeks, he became the opposite that he was in college. In college, he was a great pass blocker, but
Right.
he wasn't a great run blocker. The last few weeks of the NFL season, he was a very good run blocker, outstandingly good for what he's shown, but still not a good pass blocker.
Mm-hmm.
So
the Giants we can't
was
draft
weird,
offensive linemen.
nope, you got to just sign him in free agency or hope.
Yeah, we can't do it.
Right.
We just can't do it.
Last year,
Eric Flowers.
Marquise Pouncey was ranked 33rd out of every center in the league. He was literally ranked
There are
worse than
32
a
NFL teams.
he was ranked worse than a backup center. And
That's
he was our
crazy.
starting center. And people wonder why we lost the wild card game against the Browns because Marquise Pouncey fumbled the first snap and David DeCastro fumbled another ball. Our offensive lineman fumbled twice in a playoff game.
How did David? Wait, what?
We ran a running play, which we shouldn't do last year with our horrible running backs. I love James Conner, but he wasn't good last year. And it definitely could have been an offensive line's fault. But David DeCastro had a motion where he's the right guard and he goes back and cuts across to the left, and we're running the ball to the left. And he did it way too late, and Pouncey snapped the ball and it hit DeCastro in the body, and he fumbled, and the Browns got it.
Oh, that's right. I remember that now.
Okay, I was confused
that.
on how like.
And the fact that we only lost
yeah.
that game by 2 possessions or 3 possessions.
No, because they were beating your. What was it? It wasn't like 20, like
28-0. 28-0.
28.
And then we came back and we lost the game. What was it? 32-41 or 34-41?
Yeah, I mean,
like that.
Juju. What was his quote about the Browns exactly?
I forget. I don't know.
He's like, no matter what their roster's like, the Browns are the Browns. They're just worse than us every year.
I think, it was something along the lines of like, at the end of the day, they're still the Browns.
Yeah, I remember that
exactly.
now. And then we lost them in the playoffs. That's tough, but I don't like how Browns fans hold that over our head for literally everything we've done. You guys won a wild card game.
They can't hold anything over your head for how successful you guys have been, how they haven't been.
Baker's beat us 3 times in his career, including that playoff game.
Hey, the Browns are a very good football team right now, but
the Browns could definitely win the division this year. And I'm a Steelers fan.
I think so.
I think they will now. I had the rate, but now I mean everyone's dead.
What are the odds? Back-to-back plays.
I don't want to hear it.
It's tough.
I won't mention that torn.
Yeah, don't do it.
yeah. Back-to-back plays, somebody just gets hurt, and
just an injury.
Yeah, and dude, no, I don't think people aren't talking about this enough. They lost their starting running back, backup running back, and third string running back in the span of like a week and a half in preseason.
Right.
That's not like that's historically like unlucky.
Or it could be their training staff.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
It could definitely be like part of their training staff just isn't good at their job and not good at keeping their players conditioned and healthy.
I mean, maybe they don't. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not part of the organization, but we've talked about a lot of stuff that went on.
Yes. Danny, tell us what today's first game is.
We have 9 1:00 games today. It's absolutely glorious. First game that we're going to talk about, Seahawks versus Colts. Game is let's see who's the home team.
Is Wentz playing?
Indianapolis
Wentz is playing.
Okay.
I still think Seahawks take it. In my opinion, Russell Wilson's probably the best quarterback in the league through like 10 games. And then after the 10 games, he's not a top 10 quarterback.
Right.
Russell Wilson's super overrated to me, but we could talk about that on a different pod.
I completely agree with you.
That's cool. I like that. But I do have Seahawks taking it, probably by a long shot. But Jonathan Taylor is going to get a lot of rushing yards.
All right, I have Seahawks taking it, and do you guys want to make a bold prediction for each game? Like someone will do this.
Yeah, let's hear it. I
have Chris Carson scoring 2 touchdowns.
I'd like that. I got Carson in one of my leagues, but I'm also playing against him in one of my leagues, so that's cool. That's what sucks about having 4 fantasy leagues.
I'm in 6. I get it.
Oh my god, I just have the 1.
Yeah, I think.
I'm taking Seattle for this game, and I really hope that DK Metcalf pops off because I have him on my fantasy team.
Me too.
Okay, fair.
I mean, the Colts have an incredible offensive line, and we've seen Wentz success, with a very strong offensive line that season in Philadelphia. But I'm always very skeptical about new quarterbacks in new teams, having to learn a whole new playbook and make adjustments.
Yeah, of course.
You don't always know if that's going to be week 1 ready. I'm going to take Seattle here for that reason.
His wide receivers too. They what's it called? I forget his name. I mean Pittman Jr. I mean Hilton. Is Hilton even playing? I think he is.
Right? I'm not sure.
I was gonna say I'm not sure either.
What's his name? It's pissing me off.
Who?
He just came back from the Achilles.
Paris Campbell?
Yes. Yeah. So he's coming back from a year off, right?
Yeah.
Right.
New quarterback, injured offensive line still with Nelson's out. Mm-hmm. I think it's clear Seahawks should take this.
Yeah. I just don't think that it's that much of a difficult choice besides the fact that the Colts have a very good defense.
They're talented. I mean, they are a talented team.
A very talented defense. I mean, they have a good O-line. They have a good defense. I just don't think they have good enough weapons in the skill positions besides Jonathan Taylor. Marlon Mack, super underrated. I'm so mad that he's the 3rd string running back. if we didn't take,
I know. I don't get it. I just don't understand why they signed Mack and Hines.
if we didn't take Najee Harris, I would have really wanted the Steelers to try to acquire Marlon Mack because he's a very good running back. He was very
Najee
good
Harris
the
is a
year
beast,
before he
by the
got
way.
hurt. Oh yeah. Oh, absolute stud. I
I
have
love him.
He's gonna go off this week,
I have him in a couple leagues also.
but we'll get to that later. Next game, Jags versus Texans. Pretty sure this one is in Houston.
This one is in Houston.
I got the Jags W. Texans just suck.
Yeah, I feel like there's really not much to say besides the fact that it's the Houston Texans. We know all the situations that are going on within their organization and what they're dealing with. Trevor Lawrence, like I said, new quarterback in a new place, rookie quarterback, but he was absolutely dominant at Clemson.
Yes, sir.
I think he continues his streak of not winning not losing in the regular season.
Yeah.
When undefeated in high school, undefeated in college, and I think he starts 1-0 in his NFL career.
What's crazy about Trevor Lawrence is in a star-studded quarterback draft this year and a star-studded quarterback draft last year, he probably would have went first overall in last year's draft if every quarterback was involved.
Wait, hold on. I'm getting a phone call. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Wow, this guy so unprofessional. Wow. Look at him.
Yeah, I probably would have taken Trevor Lawrence first overall last season as well.
He was NFL ready after his sophomore year of college.
Right.
That's crazy. And he was forced to play another year because that's the NFL's rule. But that's just nuts. Like, when is that heard of? And now we got to wait for ACL boy to come back from his phone call. And then we can continue on with our next picks. So we'll cut that. Okay.
I got the Jaguars. I got them squeezing it out. I think it's going to be actually a really tight game. I know. I think it's going to be a very tight game. I think, Trevor Lawrence's first game in the NFL, I think he's going to be a superstar, but his first game in the NFL, I think he's going to struggle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm throwing bold prediction, 2 picks today, minimum.
I can see that. I mean, we just had the GOAT quarterback, throw 2 interceptions against Dallas.
Yeah, that's true. They could just be rusty. But I have a question.
Do those count, though? Do either of those count?
I mean, they shouldn't.
Fournette bobbled it, and it was a Hail Mary.
Right.
Those were his 2 picks.
I don't think they should count, but, they're still picks.
No, yeah, they count, but,
But they're not on him.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they count because if they didn't, Daniel Jones would have a lot less interceptions because of Evan Engram.
But that doesn't change the amount of fumbles that he has.
But
he can't. We won't even talk. We'll get to that later.
No. We got to talk about that.
No. What's the next game, Danny?
Giants. We'll talk about that when we get to the Giants.
We're still at the 1:00 games.
But I have a little fun fact or trivia question. Could you guys name 3 defenders on the Texans?
Merciless, Fuller.
Say their first names.
I can only do last.
Come on, you didn't even name the best defender yet.
I'm trying to think.
Do you mean Kyle Fuller? Is he on the Texans?
No, I'm having a brain fart.
Yeah, no.
Dude, no, I can't. Can you?
Is Whitney Merciless still on the Texans?
Yeah, I think so. No.
Who knows at this point?
Justin Reed's their best defender.
Oh my God. Okay. All right.
Yeah, he's just a very good top safety in the league, but I can't name 3 defenders on the Texans. Let me think. They didn't even have a first round pick this year because they traded it to the Dolphins.
They traded it. Yeah.
Laramie Tunsil.
No. This is pissing me off now.
Yeah, let me Google it. Let me Google Texans defenders for a second.
Texans defense. All right.
Yep, that's what I did. Let's just look at it.
All right, Merciless is there.
Jordan Jenkins. Zach Cunningham.
Yeah, these just aren't people that you're just gonna think of.
Vernon Hargraves, Justin.
King. Desmond King. I knew that one.
Desmond King's on the team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Funny enough, he's not starting.
Well, I mean, it's a corner, so he's gonna start. But he's not the number one. Vernon Hargraves is the number 1 corner. Are they starting Joey Sly today? Nice. Big W.
Are they?
Yeah. Okay. So next game is going to be Eagles versus Falcons. I believe this one's in Atlanta. And I got kind of the Falcons stomping them. Bold prediction: Kyle Pitts gets 2 touchdowns and 100 receiving yards. Calvin Ridley gets 150 receiving yards and a touchdown.
I hope I
Yeah.
got Ridley.
I also have Ridley.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Atlanta here. I think Philadelphia is just gonna have a very off season. I think they've got a lot of kinks to work out under a new head coach too.
They definitely have a lot of holes, a lot of major holes on their team.
Don't expect them to win more than 5 games this season.
Nope. I just don't think Jalen Hurts is the answer at quarterback. He's very
I
good.
don't think so either.
He's very good. I really like Jalen Hurts, but unless he proves that he can throw the ball like accurately and down the field, he's definitely got legs. He can definitely be like a Lamar Jackson
that's not a
type quarterback.
question.
But I'd like him to show that he can throw the deep ball. At least Lamar Jackson proved that he can throw the ball. Lamar
Right.
Jackson is a good quarterback.
Absolutely.
Rob,
I got the Falcons as well, but my bold prediction: Jalen Hurts is the best game of his career.
I can see that against the Falcons defense.
Yes,
I mean, I think Deion Jones is gonna scare the shit out of him.
That's fair.
If they just have Jones as like a spy kind of type, which I don't think they will, but if he just kind of follows Jalen Hurts around the pocket, I don't think Jalen Hurts is gonna move, and I think that'll limit his effectiveness in the game.
And Devontae Smith has 120 yards.
Devontae Smith is gonna have a good game.
Slim Reaper.
Yeah, I like Devontae Smith.
Also, wait. What's the mother? I can't curse. What's the guy's name that they just signed? Like I forgot. I can't even. What's his name?
What position?
The lineman. Did you hear about that?
No.
You didn't hear about that.
No.
They just signed someone who played 11 games and was awful to like a $80 million like deal.
What?
Google it. Dude, he weighs like 400 pounds.
That's the amount of money that TJ Watt just made.
80 mil.
Oh, the Eagles signed. How much did you say it was? Because I'm seeing that they signed left tackle Jordan.
Jordan
Mailata?
around 80 mil.
4 years, 64 million.
Okay, 64.
That's a rough contract for.
He was awful. He was not awful. He wasn't good.
That's rough. But
he's just huge. Like he's huge.
Yeah, but going from a team that has a lot of key holes, we're gonna go to a team that doesn't have like any, if you could name any. Chargers versus Washington, and obviously Chargers are the team that don't have a hole or a major hole on their team. So obviously I'm taking them. Justin Herbert could have an MVP type season this year. He could pass for 5,000 yards. That'd be nuts.
Yeah, I think this is going to be one of I think this is going to be one of the better games that we see this week, where it might actually be a little bit more back and forth, I feel, but at the end of the day, I think the Chargers take it.
I have the football team here. I think it's going to be a very competitive game.
Mm-hmm.
Very neck and neck. Honestly, I can't give you a reason as to why I think they're going to win it. I just do.
Just a gut prediction.
Just a gut feeling.
I like that. I like that. Washington has one of the best defenses in the leagues.
They do.
One of the best front sevens. But
I could have said that. Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be a huge factor in this game when the Chargers have a top 10 O-line, top 5 O-line maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And what makes me sad is that Austin Eckler might not have a big game this year.
That's what I know. I mean, is he 100% good? Like it's guaranteed.
He's playing.
I mean, that's good. That's a good start, though. I mean, hamstring injuries, they're nothing to joke about. So but the fact that he's playing is good. Yeah,
but I just don't think against this front seven, they're going to run the ball a lot. And if they do, then I just don't think he's going to get a lot of yards unless it's to the outside away from Montez Sweat, because Montez Sweat is one of the fastest and scariest human beings in the NFL.
Very true.
Well, I mean, a lot of his value comes from pass catching anyway.
Yeah. He's a very good receiving back, but that's not his main job. You know what I mean? Like he's not like a Chris McCaffrey where he's a receiver out of the backfield. He's a runner first. Next game. Game that I'm so excited for. Steelers versus Bills. Our season opener. It's not in Pittsburgh, but
no, it's in Buffalo.
I still think Steelers take it. This could definitely be bias coming from me.
I mean,
but just wait. I have a reason.
All right.
I'm very interested to hear this.
Steelers offense is coming in with something to prove this year. And they're coming
What,
in
that
with
they're not ass?
basically, yeah. They're coming in with a brand new offensive line, which I think is bad but underrated.
No.
I think it's underrated. Kendrick
Please.
Green looks like a young, big Marquise Pouncey. And when Marquise Pouncey started with the Steelers, he was good.
Did you or did you not just trash Marquise Pouncey?
He was bad. When he started, he was very good. There's a reason that we kept him around for so long. Our guards, I like Kevin Dotson, but it's still not a good situation. Our tackles both have NFL experience with Chukwuma Okorafor and who's starting on the other side. I think it's going to be Zach Banner, but I don't think we know.
Nate Solder has NFL experience. He sucks.
Yeah, but Nate Solder sucks. Chukwuma Okorafor and Zach Banner both prove that they can be quality tackles. They've had their moments. Najee Harris coming out of the backfield, brand new player coming out of the backfield.
Najee's going to be the strongest part of that offense.
100%.
Well, I think that's kind of obvious.
Big Ben.
Najee's just very talented.
When Big Ben has pressure on his back, he comes out and he shines every time. He's always good. And now with Matt Canada as our offensive coordinator, a guy who trusts Big Ben's arm, we're going to air the ball out a lot more. None of this short pass where Juju averages like 6 yards per catch. And we're going to run the ball a lot more because we have a better O-line and a better running back. Not a better O-line, but a better running back. I think that the Steelers are going to come out, prove what we have to prove, and our defense is just going to show out because it's our defense. I mean, against Josh Allen, it's going to be tough, but they don't have John Brown anymore as their cover guy, which John Brown, even though he didn't put up crazy stats, he takes the top off of the defense. So they got to play back more, and it gives Stephon Diggs more room to work. They don't have that anymore. So I feel like the Steelers defense, their secondary can move in, guard Stephon Diggs a little bit closer. He's Stephon Diggs. He's going to be Stephon Diggs. But I think that it's going to be a close game, but I think the Steelers are still going to pull it out.
I give this one to Buffalo. I mean, I don't know. I feel like with how the Steelers season ended last year and with how strong the Bills were, I don't see myself picking against the Bills much this season.
In my opinion, the 2 big contributors to the Steelers' end of their season, or the 3 big contributors, are all gone.
They're all gone. That's a fair point. I'll give you that, but it's still something that needs to be taken into consideration.
Did you watch the second half of that game? Of our wildcard game? Where Big Ben called his own plays and tore apart the Browns defense?
That is true.
And now we have Matt Canada, who likes Big Ben. And we'll
wasn't everyone on the Browns defense dead, though?
No, I'm pretty sure it was the receivers.
Pretty sure Ward was out, too.
That's definitely possible. I don't remember that, but I remember that they did not have receivers, and we did get picked apart in the first half. But that's not on our offense, and our defense is still really good. I mean, our corners aren't as good, but we still have Joe Hayden, who's our anchor. We have Minka, who's the best safety in the league. You can fight me about it. He is. We have T. Eddie, who I love. I would love if, this is off topic, but I would love if we can move Terrell Edmonds to like a linebacker position because he's just not that good over the top, which I hate to say because I love Terrell Edmonds. But if we can move him down and play like a 3-4 with Terrell Edmonds and Devin Bush as our main linebackers in the middle, that'd be beautiful. That'd be beautiful. I'd love that.
Okay, so for that game, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Browns were missing Denzel Ward, Odell Beckham, Olivia Vernon, Sheldon Richardson, Myles Garrett, Jack Conklin, Joe Bitonio, Wyatt Teller. They were missing basically half their team.
I'm pretty sure Myles Garrett played that game.
It says he was out. Or he was at least on the injury list.
Might have been limited, but I'm pretty sure he did play that game. I could definitely be wrong, but whatever. Big Ben's still 8 in the second half. So
yeah, he did. He was very good in the second half.
But Rob, I'm assuming you think the Bills are going to win.
I do think they're going to win this one. I think the Steelers are going to have an underrated season. I do, but I think just in this game, I think the Bills they're just better. That's just the way. What was that?
Steelers are winning the division.
Okay, I mean, it's
I
not.
don't see it.
The Ravens suck.
I still think the Browns are going to win the division, but I think they could. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they won 11 straight last year.
Yes, we did against not good competition mostly, but still.
I
Now
mean,
we do
I
have
don't
the
care
hardest.
What do you mean
schedule.
not good competition? You played the Giants week 1.
yeah, I mean that's the
You
toughest
proved
thing
my
you can play.
point. You proved my point.
All right, so I don't care
I know, I
what
couldn't
your
even
schedule is.
get that
If you go
sentence out
11-0,
without
that's
laughing.
impressive.
Yeah, but we did. There definitely is reasons. I mean,
Well, yeah, I mean, no,
factors for and factors against us.
wasn't the game to make it 11 straight wins against another team that was 10-0 at that point? Wasn't it the
No.
Titans?
No,
No.
we played. No, Washington
There
was our
were
first
it was
L.
there. It was only once it was 4-0, it was just them.
Yeah, there was no
Huh.
other
I
undefeated
could have sworn
teams.
that there were 2 undefeated teams for quite some time.
We did play the Titans for 11-0,
Oh, okay. So that's what it was.
but
All right.
the Titans weren't undefeated at the time.
I thought they were
Okay, so
82.
I got that factor wrong. I apologize.
Give us our prediction. Your prediction for this game, your bold one.
Hey, y'all gotta like pick up your slack. I'm the only one doing these bold predictions. Like,
I think the Steelers winning is a bold prediction in itself. Is that not bold enough for
Fair.
you, Rob? Do
Fair.
you want me to give you a Najee Harris 5 touchdown game?
yes, exactly. Zach Moss is 2 touchdowns.
No way. Not against the Steelers.
That's my bold prediction. Bold for a reason.
There's just no way.
Bold for a reason.
Bold still has to have a chance of happening, and I just don't think that has even a little bit of a chance. If Zach Moss has 2 touchdowns, I'll give you a lot of stuff.
A lot of
Okay,
stuff.
what? Danny, I think you know
set a monetary value to it, Danny.
The monetary value cannot be matched.
All right, how about this? If he gets it, give me 50. If he doesn't, I'll give you 5.
No,
That does not sound like a good deal. I would not
Well, no,
take that.
he's so positive it doesn't have a chance of happening. So,
well, if he gets it, I'll pay your entrance to our fantasy league.
deal. All right,
If
cool.
he doesn't get it, you give me $10.
Fuck no. How do you get that? Sorry, I cursed. I know that makes your job more difficult.
But if that's not happening, that's not happening.
It's not happening.
All right, you're not confident enough.
I'm not that confident. It's bold. It's bold for a reason. It's bold.
All right, next game, Niners Lions. Do we need to talk about it?
All right, well, I don't know why we are.
Niners.
Cool.
Moving on.
Let's
Lions
go. I don't
sucks.
even need a bold prediction for that.
The Lions suck, and their starting running back is going on trial for murder. So,
here. All right, that's a bold prediction. Williams and him are this year are gonna be closer than people think.
Jamal Williams.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see that. I like Jamal Williams as a player.
Yeah, he's gonna be a pest for Swift. I think people are calling Swift like the pure workhorse, and I don't think that's the case.
That's what the head coach said. He's going to be the bell cow, so he's just going to run the ball every time, or he's going to be the 3-down back. So, which I like that. But in the one league, I have DeAndre Swift. I also have Alvin Kamara, Antonio Gibson, and James Robinson. So I don't really need DeAndre Swift to do crazy things.
How many people are in that league?
12. I just had a crazy draft.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Next game, Vikings Bengals. This one could definitely be close. I like the Bengals roster this year. I don't know why.
Me too.
I still think they're going to come in last in the division, but
Well,
I feel like
they're in a stacked division.
I feel like it's going to be fun to watch at least.
I like their defense. I do. I think it's gonna be pretty solid this year.
And I like the receivers. I really like all their receivers. Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase.
Do I have to talk? I do have to say.
Jamar Chase can't catch the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that could definitely be an issue, but I feel like it'll still be fun to watch. But I got the Vikings winning. I like Kirk Cousins as a quarterback. I like Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen. It's tough that they don't have Irv Smith, but they also have a great defense. So I do have the Vikings winning this game. Studer.
I have the Vikings winning. I have 20 minutes because I have to go. But
Got you.
Yeah, let's do this in 20.
All right,
Sorry, Danny, what was that?
Oh no, I was telling Rob. Rob, just text me your predictions and I'll read them.
Okay, no, I think how many games are left?
We got Jets versus Panthers, Cardinals versus Titans, Browns Chiefs, Dolphins Patriots, Broncos Giants, Packers Saints, Bears Rams, Ravens Raiders. We got 8 games.
If we hurry, we can maybe do all of them.
All right, let's try it out.
Let's try it.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to just cut that and we'll pick it up with my
Now we can leave
All
that
right.
in. We can leave that in. Hey,
Sorry,
y'all see
sorry,
the
guys.
production
All right.
value. Y'all see the production.
I've got Minnesota taking this game for a couple different reasons, but the biggest one is Jamar Chase saying it doesn't have the white stripes on the side, so you can't see the ball coming from the
That's
tip
so
point. So you
funny.
actually have to look for the strings on the ball at the top, which is hard to see because whole ball is brown and you have the 6 strings that are white. But for the most part, just have to get used to it and find out what I am comfortable with catching. I will be taking the Minnesota Vikings to win this game.
I'll be taking every team to crush Jamar Chase this year. I'm so happy I traded him because one, didn't he beat his girlfriend? Isn't that like something that happened?
Wait, what? I didn't hear this.
I'm pretty sure he could like get suspended for domestic abuse.
All right, so he can't
is
catch
this?
the ball, but he'll catch a
Jamar
kiss.
Chase.
We're still talking about Jamar Chase. I heard something about that as well. I don't really know what's going on with
Could
that.
be. I mean,
but
yeah,
I did hear
nothing
about
else
that.
came out about it for like weeks or like 2 weeks. I don't know.
Yeah, he was explored for domestic violence.
Somebody get Jamar Chase some bifocals so he'll be able to see the strengths.
Said bifocals. But yeah, I like Trevor Chase. It'll be fun watching him drop the ball and not Deontay Johnson. But that's besides the point. Next game we got is Jets.
I am excited. Really quickly, I am excited to see Joe Burrow again, though. I think he could have had a pretty decent season had he not had that injury. I'm excited to see him, back in the shotgun.
Bold prediction for that game: Joe Burrow throws 2 touchdowns.
I'm gonna add to that. I'm gonna say Joe Burrow doesn't throw an interception.
I'm gonna ruin the streak that Joe Mixon, I have him in fantasy. And when you have him in fantasy, he sucks. But my bold prediction that he doesn't suck and he has a very good game. He has
put a number on it.
He has 2 receiving touchdowns.
Those are Joe Burrow's 2 touchdowns. Nice.
it's a Joe Mixon.
Yes.
The Joe to Joe?
Yes, Joe to Joe connection.
The Joe to Joe connection.
That'd be beautiful. Next game we got Jets versus Panthers. Panthers have a newly acquired quarterback in Sam Darnold, and the Jets have a newly acquired quarterback in Zach Wilson.
More importantly, it's a revenge game for Sam Darnold.
It is a revenge game.
In his new home stadium.
And Robbie Anderson.
Oh yeah, Robbie Anderson.
Just saw Danny's face.
I was so confused for a second. But
y'all forgot y'all forgot?
Yep, I did. I actually did. But it is. It's the Jets versus Sam Darnold game, and that's actually gonna be really fun to watch. But too bad it's in Carolina. So
I know.
Yeah. But it'll be fun to watch. I do think the Jets are gonna take it. They are starting the most rookies out of every team in the league.
Right.
I got a haircut. It's awful. Sorry, continue.
You look like a peacock, low-key.
I know it's terrible. I got it before surgery, right? Just because why not? And now I can't style it without water. It's just here. It can't do anything with it.
That's really funny. But I do have the Jets taking it. I think their O-line is going to be very good this year. And I don't think Brian Burns is going to be a huge factor in this game.
So
I'm
taking Jets, yeah.
I'm going to give this one to Carolina. I still think that Sam Darnold is a pretty decent quarterback. I think he's obviously better than why am I blanking on his name right now? Then
Zach Wilson?
Sorry.
Yes.
Yes, the quarterback from the Jets.
No. Sam Darnold is not better than Zach Wilson.
I think he is.
I don't think he is either. But
Zach Wilson.
I think he is.
Zach Wilson's the most NFL ready quarterback out of every player in this draft.
Yes, but Zach Wilson also is a rookie quarterback with a new rookie running back and a rookie wide receiver. That just, in my opinion, isn't a good equation. I'll take Darnold and McCaffrey.
Danny's not going to like to hear this. Apparently, Carter isn't going to be that in the offense this game.
This game?
Yeah.
Am I starting him this week?
That's not what I heard.
Am I starting him this? I mean, he's going to be their starter. There's no competition for him besides Ty Johnson.
I know. I think they're starting Ty Johnson, they said.
Are they starting Ty Johnson? Because
now Carolina's really going to win if they're starting Johnson.
Yeah, 100%. And now I gotta check because I have Ty Johnson and Michael Carter in my league. So I gotta.
Yeah, it says what's it called? There's an article. It's Ty Johnson flourishing in Jets scheme, and Jets new offensive scheme expects big role week 1.
Okay. So I'm starting Ty Johnson now.
Don't take my word for it. Like, don't, because it doesn't happen.
Because I just saw it in fantasy.
I was about to say they
Oh, you-
probably have like the little like
Yeah.
headline
Yeah,
thing
I
right
read
next
it.
to their name.
It said don't expect him to see much starting time in week 1.
Where's this? What? Wait, why were you starting him anyway?
I don't have another running back, dude.
in our league.
Yeah, in our league.
Dude, no way, you're starting.
Dude, shut up. Travis Etienne got hurt for the year. I was really planning on starting him this week.
You started Ty Johnson.
Bro, what do you want me to
Who do
do?
you
Start
play?
Carlos Hyde?
Yes, I think he'll do better than Ty Johnson.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I,
do you want me to sign Le'Veon Bell?
Bell? Why do you have Le'Veon Bell? He's not even there. He's their third string again.
He's gonna be their starter.
No, he won't.
He's gonna have the most success in that system.
No,
Out of all
he's
of them.
awful.
Devonta Freeman's horrible, and Latavius Murray's decent, but Le'Veon Bell has the freshest legs. He's had.
Well, why are you forgetting about their starter?
Who?
Their start, like the guy who's legitimately starting for them.
Who's legitimately starting for
Tyshawn
them?
Williams.
Who?
Tyshawn Williams.
He's not starting for them.
Yes, he is. He's
to
literally
say
started. It's
Hate to say it. I don't think he's starting for them.
I'm pretty sure it's confirmed. I'm pretty positive. I'll Google it right now, but I'm pretty positive it's
If it
confirmed.
is, that's dumb.
I like him.
Le'Veon Bell has fresh legs. He has had less than like 300 touches in the past 4 years.
Well, I mean, that's for a reason, though.
No, that's not for a reason. He played for the Jets and then he was a backup on the Chiefs.
Right. I don't think it would be a bad idea to start Le'Veon week 1.
I don't like him. I don't think
I'm
he's
not
good.
starting in week 1. I'll start Carlos Hyde.
I think he was fantastic.
I'll start
But-
Carlos Hyde. Let's
I
go.
don't think he's the same player.
If Michael Carter starts, I'm gonna end my life. Because Michael Carter would have had a big game against Carolina.
Just keep an eye out.
Ravens offensive coordinator says Tyson Williams has done nothing but impress. Expects to be the workhorse running back week 1.
All right, there we go.
Doubt.
Doubt? Well, Le'Veon Bell's not even signed.
Yes, he is. Le'Veon
Yes, he
Bell's
is.
Yes, he's on the 53 man.
Oh, okay. I thought he was still practice squad.
No, sir.
Even still.
I mean, I don't think I see him here on the.
He's not.
actually,
He's not
yeah.
here.
No, I don't see him on the active roster.
Oh, so he's not.
He's not. No, they didn't sign him.
In fantasy, he's projected 2 points. So
I could have sworn that all right, maybe it was just a practice squad. Then yeah, it's
I'm starting Michael Carter.
It's Williams, Murray, and Cannon.
I'm starting Michael Carter.
You are?
Yep.
Wait, who do you play?
The Ruse.
Why are you giving them a win? They just won the league last year.
I don't have another running back. I don't.
You want one?
Yes, I want one. Of course I want one. It's not going to
How
go
did
through
this
for the
happen?
game, though.
Wait, oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
ETN.
Travis.
I had 3 rookie running backs I was banking my whole league off of.
And now Carter's apparently the third string.
He's not the third string. He's going to be part of a committee, it says.
Carlos Hyde. Oh my God.
I think we
it's
just
gonna
need
have- I think it's gonna have
Rob's
a good
prediction
game.
for Carolina, New York.
Oh, I think it's going to be a very good game. I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets won, but I do have Carolina.
Cool. I'm going to keep figuring out my fantasy thing because I don't have a lot of time.
Who's
But-
the honestly
the
pick
next
up Mark
game-
Ingram.
No.
Yes.
But the next game that we have is Cardinals versus Titans. I think this is going to be one of the best games of the week.
I think so. I think this is the best 1:00 game.
Oh, honestly, I might watch that. Yeah, I want to watch that game.
You think that's going to be a better game than Steelers Bills?
Yes. I think it's going to be a better game than Steelers Bills, and then a better game than Chargers football team.
I don't know if it's going to be a better game, but I think it's going to be more fun to watch.
Cardinals have
Okay. All right, so I guess I worded that poorly then. I think it's going to be a more entertaining game.
Yeah,
Cardinals
because
have
both
a-
those teams are fun.
Shit. I bet. Cardinals have JJ Watt to try to stop the run game. JJ Watt and Chandler Jones, crazy tandem. I think they're going to play JJ on the right side and Chandler on the left side because Chandler's played the left side the whole time he was there. And I don't think it's smart to play them both on the same side. But I think Derrick Henry's still gonna have a great game. Plus, they added Julio, which is insane.
But is Julio playing week 1?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if that was official or not.
So Titans win.
Yeah, me too. Prediction: Julio has 150.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think Derrick Henry gets 3 touchdowns.
That's the bold prediction. Here's why. Out of every cornerback in Arizona, there is not one within 3 inches or 35 pounds of him.
That's fair.
Everyone on that in every cornerback is either 3 inches shorter and 35 pounds lighter. He's big and they're not.
My pick, Tennessee, 2 words, Derrick Henry, Titans win it,
Yeah.
lock it in.
Yes, sir. That's exactly what I'm thinking. All right, next game we got.
We're moving into the 4 o'clock now, right?
Yes,
Hey, there we
sir.
go. There we go. We're speeding it up a bit.
It's the Browns Chiefs. Could be an amazing game. I'm starting
This
Baker
is going to be a
Mayfield.
good game, I think.
Starting Baker Mayfield in fantasy. Chiefs don't have a secondary really besides Tyrann Mathieu and L'Jarius Sneed. But I do have the Chiefs taking it. Chiefs, in my opinion, Chiefs and Bucks could both go 17-0 this year and meet back up in Super Bowl.
Wait, hold up. Can you guys see me even though I'm not in the app?
No, we can't. Danny, the only thing I'll say, I've got the Chiefs winning this game too. The only thing that I'll say is that I can, I can't remember. I can't believe I can't remember their backup quarterback's name. But if they don't go 17-0, they'll go 16-1 with the only game that they lose being week 17 or week 18. Yeah.
The
Chad
god.
Henne.
No, he killed them.
Henny
He killed
God.
them.
No, I know. I'm just saying. They absolutely could go 17-0, but 16-1 could also be a safe prediction once they take all their starters out.
The Henny God. We love the Henny God.
But yes, I think this is going to be a really, really good game. But I'm going to give it to Kansas City. I'm excited to watch Mahomes again.
Yeah.
How can you not be? He's just the best player the league has seen in a while.
Somebody actually took Mahomes with in the first or second round of my fantasy draft.
Of course they did.
You want to hear some stuff about my fantasy draft?
I would love to hear some stuff.
Oh wait, is this the one we were? Is this the Dick's one?
Nope. Different one.
No, we'll talk about that one after. But
you want to talk about the Dix one first?
Sure, because someone picked a defense round 7.
Yeah. But this one's worse. This one's worse.
Oh boy, let's hear it.
I have a sleeper draft. Standard PPR. Mahomes went first overall.
There's no way.
Tom Brady went in the first round. The same guy who took Tom Brady in the first round took Zach Ertz in the 4th round.
There's no way.
They took Zach Ertz over Kyle Pitts. They took Tom Brady over every other quarterback that's not named Patrick Mahomes in the first round.
I took Tom Brady in my draft. He was the 4th quarterback to go. It was
really
Mahomes. Yeah, it was Mahomes, Allen, Rodgers, and then I took Brady.
You took Brady over Kyler, Lamar, and Jalen Hurts.
Why would I take Jalen Hurts over Tom Brady? Are you kidding me?
Running quarterbacks are so valuable in fantasy. It's not funny.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I have him and Baker though. So
I got Baker. I got Tom Brady on one of my leagues. He went off. Would have had over 30 if he didn't throw 2 garbage picks.
Well, I'm trying to find our draft.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Rob, I'm assuming you're going Kansas City.
I am, but I think it's gonna be a very good game.
Oh yeah. But let's hear the bold prediction though.
Bold prediction.
Oh yeah.
I gotta think about this one. Kareem Hunt has a better game than Nick Chubb this game.
Yeah, I can see that. They could definitely get him involved in the passing game.
Yeah.
But bold prediction: Patrick Mahomes has a bad game.
Okay.
That is a bold prediction.
I think low key the Super Bowl, when people consider it the worst game of his career, it wasn't. Mahomes did very good with what he had to do.
Oh, the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I don't. He had 2 seconds to throw. He's running around the field like 30 yards or like.
Every time
He made some of the like most spectacular throws I've ever seen in that game.
he ran for 500 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
That's insane.
Tom Brady ran for 3.
Wow.
That's nuts. Mahomes,
I'm sorry, I don't know why that's so funny.
Every pass he threw hit the players in the numbers, and they just couldn't catch it. That's not.
And their head. He hit someone in the head.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Harrison Butker went round 8. Bucks defense went round 7.
Butker went in the 8th. You cannot.
Justin Tucker went round 9.
My dad took Tucker in like the 9th round in one of our leagues. He took Tucker so early. He's like, I need a good kicker. I'm like, Dad.
I was so close to getting Graham Gano, and I wanted him, not just because I'm a Giants fan, but he's a good kicker. So I took I'm blanking on his name right now, just because I don't want to say it wrong, but it's like McNamis or something like that from
Brendan. Brendan.
From the Broncos.
From Denver, yeah.
McManus.
Yes. Brendan McManus.
It doesn't matter. It's confusing.
Yeah.
Actually, Danny, I also hope that the Steelers suck today because I do have the Bills defense.
I don't like you. You know what I'm proud of?
What are you proud of?
The only Steelers player I have in any of my fantasy leagues is Najee Harris. No, I
don't have a single Giants player. I do have a couple Penn State guys though. I got Miles Sanders and Allen Robinson.
You don't got Mike Gesicki? That's like your boy.
I wanted to take Gesicki. There were so many times that I said that I wanted to take somebody, and then they got picked. Gesicki got picked. Saquon got picked. I was so upset.
Dude, it sucks that the league with like my close friends, like that's the only league I have with like close friends. That's the league I'm the least confident in.
Oh boy.
I'm in a 16-man league and I won that league last year. And I'm so confident in that league. I traded Chris McCaffrey in that league. But it's a 16.
in every league.
Yeah, I do it in every league.
Wait. It's the league you're talking about, the close friends. That's one obviously I'm in, right?
Yeah.
What's your team in that? I'll read both of ours really quick. What's your team? Where is it?
Nah, we gotta finish this up, bro. Football.
What's the next game, Danny?
At this point, football starts in an hour and a half.
Oh shit.
Next game.
I can't wait for one of Matt's texts.
In my opinion, could be one of the best games of the day. Dolphins versus Patriots.
Oh my God, I love this. Mac
so
versus Tua. It's a Bama showdown.
Okay, so
nice.
all right.
But in my opinion, Patriots take it. Patriots have killer weapons. I hate the Patriots, but I love Mac Jones. He's got such a dad bod. Absolute beast.
Oh my God.
But I'm taking the Patriots. No really big reason. I'm just not a big Tua fan.
I'm gonna go just the opposite. I'm gonna go Miami. I think way too many people are putting way too much doubt on Tua Tagovailoa. I think he's Tua, Gesicki, Waddle, Devontae Parker. I think. Well, yeah, right.
Suspended for 8 games though.
One.
True.
Is it 1?
It's 1.
Could have sworn it was 8.
It was 6. He did 5.
Ah, that's okay. Fair.
I'm gonna. Yeah, it is 1 week. I take Miami here.
All right, I think New England is going to be one of the best teams of football this year. I have New England.
Patriots versus Bucks Super Bowl could be a lot of fun.
I would not be surprised. Honestly, no, I would be because the Chiefs exist. But
I'd be surprised, but I think it'd still be a lot of fun. That'd be a great game.
The Patriots are so slept on this year. They were solid last year, even with Cam Newton having like COVID and sucking.
They were solid.
They had a bunch of new additions. Their offensive line is better. Their defense is, for the most part, back. Damian Harris is getting better. Mac Jones is going to be good. They added.
Right. I'm excited. I'm really excited to watch Mac Jones under.
Me too.
Being
Belichick.
coached by Bill Belichick. Yeah.
Of course, yeah. They have one of the top offensive lines. Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith are great.
2 of the top tight ends in the league on the same team.
I think the Patriots are going to win that division. I do.
But who takes today's game? New England, you think?
New England, yes.
Bold prediction?
Fins up.
I got to think about this one. I want to go kind of bold.
3 tight end touchdowns.
All right, it's not terrible.
3 tight end touchdowns. Not to the same tight end, but Johnny Smith and Hunter Henry.
My bold prediction,
Bold
Mike
prediction,
Gesicki,
I got one.
two TDs. 2 TDs for Gesicki.
Bold prediction. This combined scores under 30.
Ooh, okay, that's an interesting one. I like that because I think that's the first one you've done score wise.
Yeah,
that.
it's the first one.
Like an
which I
over under.
felt like.
I like that.
We got 4 games left, guys.
Let's do it quick.
This one, in my opinion, easy. Broncos versus Giants.
Me
Giants.
too. Easy.
In New York, Giants.
I disagree.
They've look.
I don't like us.
The Broncos. The Broncos have they have Deshaun Hamilton. They've got I'm blanking on the receiver from Bama. This is bad. Is it
Who are you?
Ruggs? No, is Ruggs
Judy.
Is Ruggs with Jerry Judy? Right. I'm sorry.
You're
I don't know why
blanking
I always,
crazy today.
I always flip
Bruh.
those two.
Bruh.
Judy Hamilton. But I just don't have that much faith in Drew Lock.
Drew Lock's
Teddy
not the
Bridgewater
starter.
starting.
Oh, he's not.
No,
Bridgewater.
Bridgewater started.
Oh, Bridgewater start. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I missed that.
Bridgewater still
My
sucks
bad.
though.
Either way, I still don't have. All right, well then I don't have that much faith in Teddy Bridgewater.
Bridgewater still sucks.
All right, so the way I think of it, right? Saquon, he's probably only going to play 50 to 75% of snaps, maybe, and he's coming off of one of the worst injuries you can have to come back from.
Right.
As you would know.
I would know. It's for the Giants receiving core. Kenny Galladay, it's his first game in a Giants. Their offensive line is god awful.
Giants receiving core sucks.
I don't even know if Evan Ingram's playing. If he's not, I think he'll be better.
Bold take.
At me. They suck.
Kenny Galladay,
Kenny Galladay's good.
Sterling Shepard,
Kadarius
Slayton.
Kadarius Toney's gonna be more of a running back this year. Who else did you say? Sterling Shepard sucks. Darius Slayton, they don't utilize him enough. Evan Ingram,
Okay,
horrible.
let's be real. Let's be real. Outside of Kenny Galladay, of those last 3 names that I said, Tony, Shepard, and Slayton's probably the best of those 3.
He is. They just don't utilize him enough. Kadarius Toney's gonna be more of a running back this year. And Sterling Shepard is horrible.
Don't forget about Ross.
Oh, right. Yep. And the tight end game. I'm excited to see Kyle Rudolph and how he
So
does.
am I. Very
Okay,
excited.
I thought you were gonna say Evan Ingram.
I was
and
not going
like,
to talk
no
about
way.
Evan Ingram. Don't worry.
I don't think he's playing, and
Evan
I think we'll be better for that reason.
He's horrible.
Okay, bold
I don't
prediction.
know. I mean, here's the thing: Sterling Shepard going back to 3 like he did at LSU. What if we see a little LSU Sterling Shepard and he just pops off this season?
Doubt.
Honestly, if there's anything on the Giants that their offense that's going to hold them back, it's not even their offensive line. And I'm still very high on him. But if there's going to be one person that holds it back, it's going to be Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones can't sense pressure. He's horrible. Daniel Jones sucks.
I still have
You guys
a lot of faith in him.
You guys should have drafted
But I really
Justin
do
Fields.
I really do think that this is the season that he really needs to prove himself, or the Giants need to start looking at other options for quarterback.
They should have drafted Justin Fields.
I
don't want to talk about it.
Justin Fields is going to turn
I'm kind
out.
of glad that they didn't, though, because I hate
No.
Ohio State, and I'm so happy that Oregon beat them yesterday.
Justin Fields is going to turn out to be either the second or first best quarterback in this draft. He's going to be better than Zach Wilson. He could be better than Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
All the quarterbacks in this draft are going to be crazy. It's going to be like a 2004 draft or 2003, whichever one had Big Ben, Phillip Rivers, and Eli Manning.
I want to say that was 2003.
I think it was 2003 also.
This is gonna be my last game. I have someone coming over for my knee.
You can't get out the 3 games real quick.
I can't. They're gonna be 11:30.
You suck.
But my bold prediction is Noah Fant and Noah Fant and Jerry Judy both have over 100 yards.
All right.
I can see that.
All right, Rob, give us those last 3 games super quick, and then me and Suter will talk about them.
Yeah,
Okay.
give us Green Bay, New Orleans,
both predictions
Chicago Rams, and Ravens Raiders.
Chicago Rams, not Chicago, Rams, and bold prediction. Let me think. It's a good one. Allen Robinson has a much better game than people are anticipating him to have.
I like the sound of
That's
that.
fair.
He's on my fantasy team.
I'm not starting him. It's too risky, but I do think that he's going to be a lot better than people are saying.
in this game because Ramsey's done a really good job on him, but I think he'll have 70 yards.
Okay.
Oh.
Give us Packers Saints.
Yep.
I got the Saints.
Cool. And
That's
give us
that's a bold take
that's
right
a
there.
take. That's a take by itself.
There you go.
Ravens,
You don't even need
Raiders.
to make one. That's one. In Duval, by the way.
Okay, bold prediction for that. Jameis Winston has 350 yards.
Ravens, Raiders.
Monday
Ravens.
Night Football.
I got the Ravens.
Okay. Bold prediction.
All right.
Bold prediction. Rashad Bateman has 2 touchdowns.
Rashad Bateman's not playing.
Mm-mm.
Never mind.
So that's a pretty bold prediction.
That is it. Yeah, there it is. There
One
it is.
but man, I don't even know them.
Rashad Bateman's on IR.
I did not know that. What does he have?
I think it's a leg problem. I could definitely be wrong though. I have him in fantasy.
Okay, then I'll say Marquise Brown has 2 touchdowns. 'Cause I think he's gonna go to one of the 2. I thought he was gonna go to one of the 2, but all right.
Bruh.
All right, Rob, go 10 to your knee. Thank you
Thanks
so
for
very
joining
much
us,
for
Rob.
joining us.
No problem, boys. It
You'll
was
be back.
an honor being here.
You'll be back.
I'll be back.
Give us a little sign off.
Back.
Nice. All right. So, Studer, let's talk about it. Let's talk about we got Packers Saints to talk about.
Packers Saints, like I said, in Duval. I think New Orleans is going to have a rough season. I really do.
They don't have a
And
quarterback.
It makes me feel bad for the fact that they're going to have a rough season. I like the Saints. I have a lot of respect for them. But I gotta go. I have to go Green Bay here.
All my respect for the Saints left with Drew Brees because I have a lot of respect for Drew Brees. Not a lot of respect for the Saints.
That's true.
I'm also going to go Green Bay here, but I'm just kind of praying that Alvin Kamara has a good game because I have him in fantasy.
Right.
I
don't know. I just think that I think Aaron Rodgers is just going to have a really good game this season. He's going to be really good. With he doesn't have a good core of wide receivers, but he's got one, and that's all that matters.
Yeah,
he's
arguably the best in the league.
Right.
Looks like Rob's bold prediction's not going to come true because breaking news: Zach Moss is inactive today.
All right.
He's not playing, therefore he cannot get 2 touchdowns. Rob must give me $10.
Wait, what do you mean the New Orleans Saints don't have a quarterback? You kidding me? They have Ian Book out of Notre Dame.
Ian Book could low-key be crazy.
I think they need to give him a shot at some point.
They have to. Ian Book and Drew Brees flip places, which I think is the funniest story. Ian Book went from Notre Dame, got drafted to the Saints. Drew Brees went from the Saints, and now he's a commentator for Notre Dame.
Right.
I think that's just a really nice.
I think it's so funny because one of Claire's friends, his name is Cruz. Shout out to Cruz Oxenrider of the Cruise Control podcast.
Yes, sir.
Powered by Belly Up Sports.
Yes, sir. Shout out.
He's a Saints fan. He wanted them to take Mac so bad. And obviously I don't blame him. He's a University of Alabama fan. He went there. He hates Notre Dame. So when they took Ian Book, I would have loved to have seen his reaction in person.
He was a little upset.
But yes,
spaghetti.
at the end of the day, I'm going to take Green Bay.
Fair enough. Next game, we got Bears Rams. I don't think it's going to be much to talk about. I got Rams.
Yeah, I got the Rams too. I'm really excited to see the Rams this season now that they have Matthew Stafford as a quarterback.
Yes, sir. That's why I got as many Rams out of receivers or Tyler Higbee in the leagues that I can. I got Cooper Kupp in most of my leagues because I think he's going to be very, very good this year.
I'm also just excited to see another year of Aaron Donald absolutely crushing people.
Yep. Oh, I hope he doesn't get doubled too much this year so TJ Watt can win Defensive Player of the Year. TJ Watt's going to put up better sets, but I hope Aaron Donald doesn't get doubled more. Oh,
really, really quickly. Thoughts on TJ Watt's contract?
I love it. I think
it was a little too much.
I think he got underpaid.
Really?
Yeah, it's TJ Watt, dude. He's the second best defender in the league. And that's only because Aaron Donald's the best defensive player of all time. So it's tough. Did you hear the story about what happened with TJ Watt when he signed the contract?
No, but I heard that at one point that they were having a tough time reaching an agreement.
So it wasn't it was TJ Watt's agents. So apparently how this story goes, and this was from either Adam Schefter or Ian Rappaport. I forget which one I saw it from, but it's a very legitimate source.
I was going to say those are two very reliable sources.
Exactly. It was one of them. I saw it on Twitter. TJ Watt's agents were telling him to hold out because he can get more money, which he could have definitely got more money.
Probably.
But TJ Watt, it was right after Big Ben came out and said, I shortened my contract. I took less money so these guys can get paid.
Right. That's right.
So guys like TJ can get paid. TJ walked into President Art Rooney's office without his agents and walked in and said, I'm ready to sign the contract. The one that the Steelers offered them, and his agents told him not to. He walked in and signed it. $80 million guaranteed, like 117 mil total, something like that.
Right.
Signed it. Art Rooney, they probably talked for a minute, and then TJ said, all right, I got to go work out, and dipped.
I love that.
That's like one of like the best stories I ever heard. And that's the day that he started practicing with the Steelers. He didn't play preseason. He didn't practice with us until he signed his contract, or until the day before he signed his contract, whatever it was.
Props to I wish I knew their names, but props to the Watt, that family. Props to their mother and their father, because they raised some really nice. They're just such like that. Not only do they play the game well, but they also just carry themselves well. They're very likable people. They've got great
100%.
personalities.
Yeah, like JJ Watt does more for communities than probably any NFL player does.
Right, true gentleman.
TJ Watt seems to be a very nice guy. Like, like it looks like.
Right.
Derek Watt is obviously a nice guy. Like, but
right.
I mean, I don't know how much they donate because, they aren't currently on the level that JJ Watt was when
they haven't been Defensive Player of the Year yet.
Exactly. I mean, Derek Watt will never be because he's a fullback. But besides,
That's true.
I feel bad for Derek Watt because the Steelers don't utilize our fullbacks, and he's not a blocking fullback. He's a very much utility fullback that he's better with the ball in his hands and blocking for a running back. But nevertheless, he does serve a very good role on our team. Speaking of the Steelers, though, now that we're back on it, how do you feel? How do you feel about Pat Freiermuth this year? This year,
dude, I'm so glad that you asked this question.
You're a Penn State fan. I need to know.
Like I said, I'm a Penn State fan, and this could sound absolutely biased as hell, but outside of linebackers, Penn State has produced some very good tight ends.
Yeah, and running backs.
And
running backs.
Right. We Saquon. I feel like he's not as good as Saquon, but Miles Sanders.
He's not as good as Saquon, but yes, Miles Sanders is very good.
I'm gonna, who knows where it's gonna be exciting to see, Noah Cain when he eventually reaches the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
But tight end wise, the three names that really come to my mind: Jesse James, Mike Gesicki, Pat Freiermuth.
Steeler. Two Steelers.
Right. On a more like a Penn State note, James Franklin says that like their current tight end squad is one of like the deepest ones that they've had. And that's really saying something because of the success that they've had of producing tight ends in the NFL.
Yeah.
So I expect big things from Freiermuth. I might even have to. Yeah. Do the Steelers still have Eric Ebron?
Yes, sir. Unfortunately.
They would be stupid to start him over Freiermuth.
They would. I think
I might even have to get a Steelers jersey. Claire and I might. I was at breakfast one time with my sister and my mother, and I said to Claire, my sister, I was like, are we gonna buy Steelers jerseys together? Because she would get a Najee, I would get a Freiermuth.
When worlds collide.
Right? I mean, that's for Christmas last year. Me, her, and Jackson, we all got Dolphin jerseys because they got a Tua jersey and I got my Gesicki jersey.
That's actually really sick.
Right. But yes, I'm really excited. Maybe he doesn't, even if he doesn't do much in his rookie season, he's going to be a really good tight end in the NFL.
Yeah. The reports from training camp are that he has the best hands on the team, not even just as a tight end.
Not even as just a tight end
on the team. Obviously, he's a great blocking tight end. That's what he was amazing at in Penn State.
Absolutely.
And Steelers run multiple tight end sets a lot. So even worst case scenario, he'll be in the game, getting experience blocking. And obviously, he's not as fast as Ebron. He's probably not as shifty as Ebron in the routes because Ebron does get very good separation. He's always been good at getting separation.
Yeah,
But he
I guess I'll
can't
give him
catch.
that.
He can't catch. But like it was only last year that he couldn't catch. When he was in Indianapolis, he had amazing hands. And to Ebron's on Ebron's side, he missed a lot of practice last year due to COVID. Either he was a close contact or he had it where he couldn't practice with the team. I'm pretty sure he practiced with the team only like a handful of times last year before weeks. So he couldn't really get a feel for the game plan. Trey Sermon is also inactive today for the Niners.
Okay.
But I feel like Pat Fryermuth by the midpoint of the season, he probably will be our number one target tight end wise.
I think so.
I love Pat Fryermuth. I think he's gonna be great.
Dude, me too.
And final game of the week.
I was about to say second final game.
Final game.
We have you and I. Oh, we did talk. Did we talk Bears Rams?
Yeah, we both said Rams.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Ravens Raiders.
Monday Night Football.
Ravens Raiders. Who do you got?
See, now that everything that's happened with them injury-wise in the running back position, it makes me a little skeptical, but I still want to take Baltimore here. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm really on the fence now.
Yeah.
I think, at the end of the day, Derek Carr is still, pretty decent, pretty good quarterback. He's got some really good, right. He's got some really good receivers to throw to as well.
Ruggs and Edwards, balling and Camp both look amazing.
Right. They have a solid running back too.
I don't think Jacobs is gonna be that good this year.
I don't know. I'm on the fence, and you know what? I almost want to take the Raiders just for the fact that the Ravens cut Trace McSorley.
I am taking the Raiders just for the fact that the Raiders don't have their best defender and they don't have like any running backs. And if they're starting Tyshawn Williams, I think his name is.
I'm not sure.
Let's see, because that's what Rob was saying.
Receiver wise for Baltimore, if they would have had Rashad Bateman, maybe, but just leaving it up to Marquise Brown.
That is tough. That is absolutely tough. You can't just.
I think I've got to go Raiders here. I think I'm gonna wind up changing that on my sheet.
But
now that I think about it, didn't the Raiders also beat the Chiefs last season?
They did.
If they can beat the Chiefs last season, they can beat the Week 1
Ravens that
Baltimore Ravens. Yeah.
The only offensive weapon is Mark Andrews and Lamar Jackson's legs.
Right.
And they don't really like their defense is still solid, but with Marcus Peters out for the year, what are you gonna do?
Right.
Like I just think the Ravens are gonna be in a really weird position this year where they're not gonna do much in the playoffs because they don't have enough weapons to do much in the playoffs. They don't have the defense. Are they gonna, sit out some players, lose some games to try to get a higher draft pick? Will they finish worse than the Bengals? All things that we got to think about.
Right. Also, I can't be too mad at Baltimore for cutting Trace McSorley because it was actually a smart move because he had he suffered a back injury like right at the end of preseason. So why would you take on why would you take on and sign that injured player when you can cut him and use his space for somebody who's actually going to be able to play and then just have him go onto the practice squad and then later in the season when he's healthy, if you really want, you can activate him from said practice squad.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like it's almost more like I think it was a solid. I don't know if that's what they had in mind. As an outsider looking in and as a Trace McSorley fan bias, I'm hoping that was just the case.
Yeah, I don't like Trace McSorley. I don't know why. I'm just not a fan.
Why?
I don't know. I can't tell you. But I like how this episode started out as a No Shot Sport episode and it ended as a Dan and Danny Talk Sports episode. I think that's really funny.
I love that.
It is what it is.
That wasn't that like my idea for when we were first talking about this at Jake's? I think that was the name that I had.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. When we got our own show, if Matt and Rob don't come along, it won't be the No Shot Sports Show. It'll be the Dan and Danny.
Dan
show.
and Danny talk sports.
Exactly. Dan and Danny in the morning or the afternoon or the night. No, I don't know. That's our radio show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when we get there.
When we get to
happen.
when we get to WFAN, like
right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if you guys know what WFAN is. Is WFAN like just like a Jersey thing, or is that like an everywhere thing? Because I know
actually, I think it's just I think it's because I think
New
it's
York.
just New York sports.
Yeah.
So it's probably like New York, New Jersey,
like a northeastern thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Whatever.
Probably like tri-state area.
We'll have like an
New
ESPN
Jersey,
show.
Connecticut.
We'll have an ESPN show. Whatever.
Yeah.
Right. Shoot for the stars.
Yeah.
All right. We got anything?
Really quickly, I want to make one final thought because I got this Bleacher Report notification that from Rappaport saying that Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson could be trade candidates after the season. And really quickly, do you agree?
Russell Wilson, definitely. Aaron Rodgers, no, because he's not going to be on the Packers anymore. Aaron Rodgers has an option at the end of this year, where they restructured his contract. Restructured. Saying weird words, guys. They restructured his contract so he gets more money this year, and he has an option for next year if he wants to come back or not. He's not going to take the option. Devontae Adams and him are both going to leave after this year. Packers are going to be horrible. Going to start Jordan Love, who, if he's very good, the Packers will have incredible luck with having 3 Hall of Fame quarterbacks in a row, which would be absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, that would be.
But I think Russell Wilson could definitely be traded. But like I said before, I think Russell Wilson's extremely overrated. Bars.
I feel like I can kind of get at what you're saying with that. Because I feel like, everybody's saying that one of the reasons why he's so successful is because, in the beginning of the season, he has a pretty decent O-line, but then eventually that falls. And as his O-line falls, he falls. And I feel like you're starting. What I'm assuming you're starting to saying is that if he was as good as everybody's saying it as he is, he wouldn't be falling with his O-line. He would be able to manage to keep up even as the O-line falls.
Yeah, and with a quarterback,
I can kind of get behind that. Yeah.
With a quarterback that's known to be an improviser on the field, a guy who can move around. I know he's getting older, but he's still known as a quarterback who can move around, make plays with his feet, instead of just standing in a pocket. If your O-line isn't the best, you should still be able to make plays. He's always the MVP through the first half of the season. You can't take that away from him. He's amazing, but that's not what matters. He folds at the end of the season and he folds in the playoffs. He's held to such a high standard, which, I mean, what do I know? I'm, the 19-year-old dude that isn't like my profession is not in football. Like, what do I know? I could definitely be wrong. But in my opinion, he's a guy who folds at the end of the season, end of the playoffs, and he's won 1 Super Bowl in his second year, and he lost a Super Bowl. And since he's won that 1 Super Bowl, he's held to such a high standard that, Russell Wilson can do no wrong. He's still a top yada yada player in the league, or top whatever quarterback. This is his accolades from 15 years ago. Like, it doesn't really matter that much. The NFL's a what have you done for me lately league. Right. And what has he done for them lately? Playoff losses. Like, same thing with Big Ben. Big Ben's is a good quarterback in my eyes, but what has he done lately? His last amazing year, 2016, before he got injured, he passed for 5,000 yards. Great year. Hurt his elbow. He did decent things last year. I wanted us to move on. We didn't. So now I got to roll with it. Seahawks, even if they don't like Russell Wilson as their quarterback, which I wouldn't understand because Russell Wilson is still a great quarterback. But they got to roll with him even if they don't like him. You're a fan of the team. Right. You got to roll with Daniel Jones.
Right.
You're in probably like one of the worst wagons in the league.
What was that?
You're probably in like one of the worst wagons in the league. You got to roll with Daniel Jones.
Yeah,
it's rough.
I mean, look, I still have a lot of faith in Daniel Jones. I just know that this is his last season to really prove himself.
It is, but I just don't think he has much to prove anymore. I just don't think he has talent.
If he can cut down on the fumbles and he can really
but that's all he needs to do is cut down on the fumbles. If he cuts down on the fumbles, he can be a competent quarterback.
I want to see, besides cutting down on fumbles, I want to see a little bit better of
Accuracy improvement.
Accuracy, yes.
I
pass,
feel
yeah.
that, but I feel like his pass accuracy is not even close to where he lies. Like not like yeah, in my opinion, that's his second worst attribute is his accuracy, but his accuracy is pretty decent. Like he has an arm, he just has no
Right.
presence.
Right.
If he can just cut down on fumbles or feel the pocket a little bit more and know when to just take a sack instead of try to chuck the ball, or
Mhm.
when to take a sack instead of wind up and try to get it out, like try to get out of the pocket and fumble, he'd be a competent quarterback. Like you can, if he cuts down on just the fumbles and nothing else, you can rock with him for another year.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
I mean, depending on what quarterbacks are going to be in this year's draft.
Apparently the quarterbacks look really good, but it is like the first college football week, so who knows?
Right.
But is that all? Is that all we got? Want to talk about anything else? You know, football's coming back. We're just kind of amped. Talk about everything.
Right. I'm excited. We're at the time that we're recording this right now. It's 10 to 12, meaning just an hour and 10 minutes left
Just
until
over an
kickoff.
hour. I got to figure out how to watch Red Zone because that's how I like to watch football. Is I like to watch Red Zone.
Mhm.
Obviously, I'm probably just gonna watch the Steelers game in the first like 1 o'clock window, which sucks because all the other games do look really good. But I'm a Steelers fan. I gotta watch the Steelers game. But after that, I gotta try to figure out how to watch Red Zone. 11 hours of nonstop football starts now. I love
Thank
that guy.
God for NFL Sunday Ticket.
Yeah, I don't have it anymore. I got a new like provider, and I just don't have it. Sucks.
I'm just on the college student plan.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Paramount because apparently Paramount has it. Like
Oh
Paramount,
yeah.
Paramount streaming. Apparently that has it. But I gotta look into it.
Right.
All right. Well, I think that's all.
Yep. Dan, you want to hit us with an outro?
Yeah, I got you. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you're this far into the video, I definitely
thank you because we're an hour and 38 minutes in right now.
Are we really?
Yes.
Wow. Thank you so much. This is a very much longer episode, but our longest episode did really good. So if you're still this far, please give us a rate if you're listening on one of our audio platforms. But if you're on YouTube, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed it. Every one of that's free. It'll take like 5 seconds. Just hey, I like the podcast. Something like that. Keep us going. We would really appreciate it. But have a very good day. Enjoy football, and we will be back. I promise.
We'll call it every Wednesday. We'll have our predictions out before Thursday Night Football. We'll have it out on Wednesday.
Either Wednesday or Thursday. We'll try to have it out, whichever one works better for us. I have awful work on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so we could try to figure something out. I'm gonna close on Wednesdays because I got class in the morning.
Right.
But we can definitely try to figure something out.
All right.
But we will be back before next football week to talk about this one and to give our predictions for next one. Maybe we'll do 2 episodes. Who knows?
I think that's a great idea.
I'm in, but we just gotta figure out if everybody else is in. All right. Thank you guys so much. Have a great week.